Hi, friends. Welcome to episode number 10 of our demand planning app series. In this episode, I think we will be closing off with the how to export the data back into Dynamics 365. And if you have reached until this episode number 10, I really appreciate your persistence and passion towards learning Dynamics 365 demand planning app. Please continue to do the same. And in this video, we'll quickly cover about how do we create the export data profiles and import the data back into Dynamics 365. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel D365 Talks or follow my profile in LinkedIn. With that note, let's quickly jump into today's topic.
Already we have covered in extensively, like right from the overview of demand planning to getting the insights from the Copilot. This will be once again, I don't think it will take much time. The export functionality works in a similar fashion with the wizard experience, but I just want to quickly show you how you can export the data back into Dynamics 365. And you can also, anytime, you can download the time series in CSV file as well. So yeah, with that, I quickly jump into the demand planning app. So if you go to, I think we'll start from so we kind of covered all these forms, worksheets, planning data, operations. And now within the data management, we talked about import and tables and data. So in order to export the data back into Dynamics 365, click on export. And then I just created already a demo data export, but still it is still running. I can see because typically this job takes some time. Still it is in executing phase. But I'll just see before I complete this demo if it is possibly completed, that's well and good, or I'll tell you the steps how to complete this export job. So first thing is you have to get into the export profile form. Here you click on new. And once again, it will ask whether you want to export the data in finance and operation or in CSV file. So you can also export in CSV file. And if you have any other third-party ERP, if you're using any of the other ERP systems, you can very well export it in the CSV. So now, since we are focused towards the scenario related to Microsoft Finance and Operation, I click on Finance and Operation. I'll give the name as demo F&O forecast. So this name will be picked when the import job is created in finance and operations, and that's the reason I'm giving this name. Click on next. So here you have to provide the connection URL. You just make sure that you are providing the appropriate URL in the configured provider. And this grid is important, right? So here we will see the forecast profiles, whatever we have created, and these profiles, the time series, basically not the profiles, basically the time series which we have generated. All these will be available in this form. So all you have to do is you have to pick the appropriate one. In this case, ours is digital transformation test series, and click on include data source. So you will not be able to multi-select because that doesn't make sense. You can only select single record and click on include data source. So this will take the record into the include data source section. And of course, from here as well, you can filter the data source if you want to filter based on specific field or so that's definitely doable. You can, this is as extensive as possible if you want to kind of add additional filters and get any specific data into Dynamics 365. And of course, you will have the option to export older versions. I'll go with the latest version, that's fine. Then click on next. So this step is also very important. You can see the source is the forecast profile which we have created and the time series, and then the target is basically forecast sales import entity. So this is primarily the entity which will be picked in Dynamics 365. So if we go to Dynamics 365 data management, right? For those who are not aware of data management, you have to navigate to system administration, and then you can see data management. So here, this is the framework for you to import and export the data. So under the import projects, at least now I can see there is only one import project which I just did already, but still it is in executing phase. You can see the name is demo02. But I just want to quickly show you if you'd have imported with CSV, right? Let's say FS forecast sales import entity, and then if I click on add file and the source data format, I'll give as Excel or CSV, that's also fine. So the entity name, you can see it here, like I'll type as forecast sales. So this is the entity which is in the out of the box, with the same entity which is used in the demand planning app. The forecast sales entity is the entity which is used over here, and sales import entity, you can see that's the same entity, and that target entity will be picked to map the fields from the demand planning app. So you have to manually map the field here. So like you can start with one field, and you can quickly get into the next as well. So for example, customer account number, customer ID. So I say customer ID is the customer account number in finance and operation. I can click on next, and very well I can do the field mapping after the export profile also created. But I can do it right away, like customer group, delivering site ID is my operational site ID, delivering warehouse ID is warehouse location ID, product number is product ID, product variant number is product variant ID. So I did the field mapping here, but however, this is not mandatory for you to proceed, like until unless if you have one field mapping, still the system allows you to proceed completing the export profile. And here you can also define the data, this is just a user input information. I'll provide the legal entity name and model as best fit. And this is user input field, and I'll click on next. I'll not set to run schedule. I'll quickly click on next, and then because I'm going to manually run this as well, review and finish. So by this way, you have completed creating the export data profile. And like I said earlier, I'll once again go to export profile workspace. So from the export data profiles, active data profiles, right? I can see there are two data export data profiles are available now. So you can see here, this one I already created like a few hours back. Now this one, like I'm going to run the job. So before running the job, I'll go back to Dynamics 365. I'll delete this. That's fine. So if I go to import projects, right, I just hit the refresh icon. I can see only one import project here, which is demo02. That's what we are seeing here in the previous screen. If I click on export. So this is the project which is already created in the Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. But however, for demo F&O forecast, we have not yet run the job. So in the job, once again, like even if I want to map the column or change the mappings of the columns, I can very well do that. And again, in the export rules, if I need to have add any custom rules, I can do that. But at last, only when we run, that's when the data starts exporting from demand planning app and gets imported into Dynamics 365. So we have created the export job run. So like now, if I go back to finance and operation, right, I'll refresh this form. I think it takes time. Let's see. Still it is created. I think we have to refresh it a couple of times, and then we can see whether it is getting executed or not. So the idea is we are primarily taking the data taking the data from F&O, we are exporting it into the demand planning app, doing all this transformation of the data, and then performing the time series and forecasting, and collaborating and reviewing those data with the fellow planners, and then exporting it from demand planning app and importing it in the finance and operation. So that's what we are doing now. I think it is still in the created state. Not sure like how much time it takes, because ideally it takes like quite some time to get exported back. So once it changes the state to executing, right, I think that's when you will start seeing the export job in the finance and operation as well. So currently you can see only the demo02, which is the other one which we created, but we cannot see this one yet. So this is the one which we have created. But yeah, still this is an executing state. This ideally takes time, but this is basically a job which runs in the back end. So that's totally fine. So this is how you can export the data from the time series which you have created from demand planning app. Also, alternatively, like if I also quickly touch upon this, let's say if you have created any of the forecasting profiles, right? You can also download the data in the CSV file. So let me also tell you, like, see, this is the data which we have. And also I like to tell one more thing, like, do not worry, like this grid, sometimes people feel like this is not sufficient enough to, it's not giving an intuitive experience. Also, you can get into this open in pop-up. I'm not sure whether I covered this in previous episode. So you can open in pop-up. This gives you a larger view so that you can easily view the data sitting in the grid. So I'll close the pop-up. So in this case, in the grid, right, you can also from here, you can download the data in the form of CSV. And once again, you can upload it in your respective systems as well, even if it is Dynamics 365 if you want. Or you can simply put the job in recurrence, and from which the system will automatically start exporting the data from demand planning app into the finance and operation. I think it typically takes time. That's totally fine. So ideally, we have to see the demo project here. I just shown you. Once it is got start executing and completed, you will be able to view the import project in the data management workspace. So the data is now moved back. The forecast data is moved back to finance and operation. So I think with that, we are coming to end of this series. I hope you enjoyed watching this series of videos related to demand planning app. Please do let me know your thoughts. What are the list of videos and capabilities which you wish to see in our channel, D365 Talks? I'll be happy to do the learning and share the learning experience with you in this channel. See you soon in another interesting topic. Thanks for watching this series of videos.